Good evening, San Diego. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis, and thank you for tuning in for your CBS 8 Plus weather update. I hope you had a great start to the week, and well, with our start to the week, we had a lot of sunshine earlier today, and then we started to see those clouds rolling in. So that marine layer is going to be on repeat tonight through tomorrow morning. There's a potential for it to be dense with some of that fog and spots that would bring visibility down to a mile or less. We're not talking about any alerts as of this evening, but just something to be mindful of, especially during your morning drive for tomorrow. It's going to be gusty at times by tomorrow because we also have onshore flow that's picking up. That's why I saw the cloud cover earlier today. And so we're going to be seeing more of that in the forecast for tomorrow. We had a little bit of a breeze out there at times, but it looks to be a little bit on the gustier side across the mountains as well as for the desert. That brings those gusts into the 30s and 40s. But then over the weekend, things completely change up in our forecast as we're no longer talking about onshore flow. We're going to be talking more so about an area of high pressure building in and bringing in some heat. So onshore flow because of a trough of low pressure, then we switch that out for an area of high pressure that's going to bring our temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees above seasonal, especially across inland areas. When we look at the setup in the atmosphere right now, so there's an area of low pressure that is sweeping through. We're seeing that over Idaho. It's bringing some scattered showers as well as some snow in the forecast. We're not seeing a whole lot of activity when it comes to that. We're not going to see any of it really, but we are going to have some cloud cover out there. So onshore flow stays intact through tomorrow, bringing in that cool air, having our daytime highs in the 60s closer towards the coast, but the low 60s, that puts us a little below seasonal. Across inland areas, you're talking more of the near seasonal range for the inland valley. So that marine layer will be in our forecast as we go from tonight through tomorrow morning. Now, there's only a slight chance we could see any precipitation from that. I think at best you're going to get some marine layer mist, and that's it. So we're not really talking about a big rainmaker for this week compared to last week where we had those chances really going up by the middle of the week. And things go to zero over the weekend with that area of high pressure I was mentioning that's going to be building in and bringing in some more heat. When it comes to our overnight lows, widespread 40s in our forecast across the county, 48 degrees for Poway, the same for Escondido, 41 degrees for Ramona. You also have 48 expected for Chula Vista, 50 for downtown, the same for Encinitas, and 39 degrees for Mount Laguna. Highs for tomorrow, widespread in those 60s, as mentioned, a little below seasonal right along the coast as you have those low 60s, but still going to feel pretty good out there. You also have the 60s are going to be more so in the mid 60s across the inland valley, so that's closer to that near seasonal range of 65 degrees. So 66 expected tomorrow for Escondido, 67 for El Cajon. Your surf forecast about 4 to 6 feet, sets up to 7 feet, and a high risk of rip currents at our local beaches. If you're not a skilled swimmer, you are advised to stay out of the water at least through the middle of the week, as we are talking about this elevated surf and that high risk when it does come to rip currents. So a series of low pressure systems sweep by throughout the week. That reinforces the onshore flow, so those clouds in the morning hours, then we get to the afternoon sunshine, but we're not going to see too many clouds in the forecast over the weekend as this area of high pressure builds in. Now we are also seeing another atmospheric river, but that's going to be impacting well towards the north of us across the Pacific Northwest because this area of high pressure will work like a blocking mechanism, keeping that moisture away from us and also that lack of a marine layer. So that's going to allow our temperatures to quickly warm up over the weekend, especially with the peak of the heat expected on Sunday and Monday. Monday, that ridge weakens just a little bit more, but it's really going to be pronounced on Sunday. And so that's why we're talking about these temperatures that would be above seasonal for this time of the year, even a throwback to some of those 80s. When we look at the next 7 days for the coast, you have those 60s that stick around, low 60s for tomorrow. Then you start to get more of that bump up in temperatures coming right back to the seasonal range by the middle of the week. We go warmer than usual over the weekend with a lot more sunshine in the forecast, and you have the low 70s for Saturday all the way into Monday of next week. Across the inland valleys, you have one more day with those 60s, 67 degrees tomorrow, and that's with morning cloud cover and then afternoon sunshine, and then you're going to be mostly sunny for much of the week ahead, and that will be with the 70s back in the forecast by Wednesday for the inland valleys. You're back into the low 80s on Sunday and Monday of next week. You have the mountains where you have the 60s that will be intact all the way through Saturday, but temperatures climbing back to those mid to upper 60s for much of the week ahead, and then you have those low 70s returning by Sunday and Monday. For the desert, you have the 70s for tomorrow. You're back into the 80s by the middle of the week. Another area of low pressure just kind of knocks temperatures down slightly on Friday, but then you're back into those 80s over the weekend and even potentially some low 90s by Monday of next week for the desert. I hope you have a great week, and thanks for tuning in.